Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hidden Expedition Everest. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part 4. I don't know why there's no music. I guess it cut out after looking at the photo album in the last part. So, now we're on to the second act, which is all around Europe. Except screw like France and Spain and Portugal and England and Western Europe. No, this is for this part of Europe only. Did you know that the Treaty of Versailles put Transylvania under the rule of Romania in 1919? Wow, what a fun fact. So we get Transylvania and Munster. And now the super secret thing in Munster is this pirate flag. Which looks like a completely different image compared to the one actually found in the book. Okay. I do like this location for it being like a night out on the German streets. It's pretty nice looking. Oh, actually, I doubt it's actually pronounced Munster. I bet it's like Munster or something. Because, yeah, there's the 2 dots over the U, which is an OO sound. So try Munster. In which case, they're making a pun that the moon is visible in Munster. Why are they asking for a heart shape instead of just saying find a heart? I don't know. And it's so tiny, it's just a heart. I thought maybe they were wanting a cookie cutter or something. That's a heart, but no, it's just a solid heart. Bram Stoker wrote several novels after Dracula, but none were as successful. Well, that's generally the case with authors who have breakout novels. Authors wind up getting trapped into either not writing anything else, writing stuff, but it isn't nearly as popular, or just writing sequels to whatever popular series they did. Get a load of how tiny the stupid gems were there. Sheesh. Aliens are abducting people here in Transylvania too. They could have done a lot more with vampire references, though. There's like just a coffin here. And maybe the wine is supposed to be a metaphor for blood. I'm not sure. Really? That's not an arrow? I guess it's a harpoon, but it's just a really small harpoon. Yeah, very fitting for the dog collar to actually be on the gargoyle. Another really tiny gem. Why'd they make him so microscopic in this level? I don't know why some of the items in this location are significantly smaller than they are in other locations. Like, not even just the gems, like that axe, or that little ladybug there, or the harpoon. Just weird. And that, I guess, is supposed to be a frying pan. Not sure. Oh, I guess there's garlic and a bat. So there are more vampire references than I initially gave the level credit for. Very fitting having the corkscrew by the wine bottle. I guess this is supposed to be depicting the ruins of a castle here. Like, you'd think they would have tried to design a full-on, like, Gothic castle for this location, but instead they just had it all be in ruin. And there's good old Sputnik up there. Very unique location, I'll give it that. And now that skull was actually hidden in the main level, but now we actually collect it. It's pretty interesting. I don't think any of the other locations where you need to find 20 items have done that. I've heard of these strange skulls before in a natural history museum. I think this game actually predates, like, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Otherwise they would have probably made some reference to it there. Münster is one of the oldest cities in Germany. It is over 1,200 years old. With how much Germany has changed over the past 1,200 years, it's honestly very impressive that Münster is still established as a city. This location has a cat. You know, I guess that cat. But the super secret item here is the jack-o'-lantern. Really filling up the book. Apparently by Natural History Museum they mean a bunch of animal sculptures and a cat roaming around meowing. I don't know what this claw thing is. It's like twitching every so often. Also, I'm wondering why it's taken me so long to find a single item in this scene. Sheesh. A long dagger, don't you mean a sword? Or maybe it's not quite long enough to be considered a sword, but then it should be, like, named the bastard sword then. Antlers right there. Pretty obvious to spot, but I just didn't notice it for a while. And the steering wheel is hidden in the chandelier. Don't ask me why. Oh, now that's actually pretty creepy that the bear and the woolly mammoth actually blink. This isn't even supposed to be a scary game. Though for some reason the zebra doesn't blink, I don't think. So that was a very well hidden crow's head. I give the game props for that. The Titanic rests at 12,600 feet below sea level. The peak of Everest is just over 29,000 feet. What does the Titanic have to do with Everest? Is it just wanting to make a reference to the other game? Probably. Now here's good old Pompeii, which is apparently erupting and raining down fire and brimstone right now as we're looking around for items. Seems really smart to be here, doesn't it? Hey, that Roman helmet image actually is fairly fitting in here. Oh, you can actually see, like, the thing explode there. Huh. It's a cool touch. And I like that they reuse, like, sound effects for, like, thunderstorm and use them here as, like, the volcano erupting. Pretty fitting. but there's a donut in the center of the wheel. That reminds me of Abe's Red Hots and Prime Suspects, where there was also a donut hidden in the center of the wheel. Yeah, I remember that snail in a previous run-through of this game gave me a terrible time trying to find it. Oh, I finally found the 5th gem. Yippee! There's the clue. Okay. Alright. You know you're in trouble when even getting the hint doesn't really let me see where it actually is. The oxygen tanks some climbers use are from Russian fighter pilots' ships, especially the Kathmandu. I wonder if the current political situation in Russia has prevented people from getting their oxygen tanks who want to climb Everest. I wonder who thought up the idea for those fuzzy dice? Like, just, hey, we're gonna make these something you can hang from your rear view mirror in your car, and it's gonna be dice, but not just any dice, comically large dice that are also fuzzy. I don't know. I also have 2 pairs of fuzzy dice. They've not been in any car ever, but I have them hanging up in my room still. I won them at the arcade like 15 years ago or so. No, that's an exaggeration. Probably more like 10 years ago. And now here it asks for a club shape instead of just... Oh well, at least here it makes sense, because like otherwise you'd want to click on the golf club. But they could just not have both types of clubs in this location. Yeah. And now this is a very irregularly shaped jigsaw. This like skeleton guy. Now I can understand the appeal of something like an air freshener in your car, because you like reek so bad you need to cover up the smell. But I don't really get the appeal of the fuzzy dice. At least if you really wanted to, you could actually use them as dice in some game. It came from the mountains. Looks like Switzerland. Okay. There goes. That's the end of my tirade on fuzzy dice. So like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time when we continue on our tour through Europe.